The St. Augustine Lighthouse stands tall, watching over the Florida coast. You can find it in historic St. Augustine, which, by the way, is America's oldest city. The lighthouse is a famous landmark here, and honestly, many people come to see it each year. They come for its history, but also for its mystery. It has so many stories to tell, and well, some of them are quite chilling. This lighthouse isn't just any tower. It has striking black and white striped spirals that climb towards the sky, making it instantly recognizable. It sits on Anastasia Island, and, the island itself has its own tales. The lighthouse seems to guard the inlet, and it's done so for many years. A powerful beacon in the night, a silent witness during the day. Imagine approaching this place. You feel a sense of awe. It's more than just bricks and mortar. It's a piece of living history. For the ancient city of St. Augustine, it means a lot. It's a symbol of guidance and endurance. The lighthouse has seen so much. Centuries of change have passed by, and it has weathered storms and time. Its light continues to shine. What secrets does this tower hold? What stories are whispered on the wind? Visitors often feel something special here, a connection to the past perhaps, or maybe something else entirely. The lighthouse represents safety for sailors, but for some, it represents something spookier. It's a place where history is very much alive, and some say so are its ghosts. Let's explore this haunted beacon. The story of this lighthouse began long ago. Before the current tower, there was another. A simpler wooden watchtower stood here first, built by the Spanish way back in the late 1500s. Its job was to spot ships, whether friendly or foe. Later, it became a more formal lighthouse, guiding ships through treacherous waters. Eventually, the sea threatened this old tower, and a new, stronger one was needed. The current lighthouse was completed in 1874. It stands 165 feet tall, and its powerful Fresnel lens was really a marvel. It could cast a beam of light far out to sea, and this light was a lifeline for sailors, helping them navigate the dangerous coastline. St. Augustine was a busy port, and trade and travel depended on safe passage. The lighthouse was crucial for the city's growth, making sure ships reached the harbor safely. Life for a lighthouse keeper was unique. It was often a lonely job. Keepers and their families lived on site, dedicated to their duty. The light had to be kept burning, no matter the weather, no matter the hour. They polished the lens with great care, refueled the lamp diligently, and their lives really revolved around that guiding beam. It was a heavier responsibility for sure. These families made the lighthouse their home. Children grew up in the shadow of the tower, and their playground was the wild Florida coast. They heard the waves crash day and night, and they understood the importance of their parents' work. The lighthouse was more than a job. It was a way of life for them. A life filled with duty and isolation, but also with the beauty of the sea and sometimes with unforeseen dangers. The most famous story from the lighthouse is a sad one. It involves the Pittee family. Hezekiah Pittee was the superintendent of construction, overseeing the building of the new tower during the early 1870s. His children often played nearby. The construction site was their playground. They were young and full of life. Eliza, Mary, and a friend or younger sibling. Their laughter used to fill the air. One fateful day, tragedy struck. The children were playing with a small rail cart which was used to transport building materials. It ran on a track down to the water's edge. They were riding in it, having fun like any children would on a sunny day. No one imagined the danger lurking. A simple game turned deadly in an instant. It was a moment that changed everything. A shadow fell over the new lighthouse. The cart they were in broke loose. Maybe a block or a brake failed, but it sped down the track uncontrollably. The children were trapped inside, and it plunged into the deep waters of Matanzas Bay. Despite desperate rescue attempts, it was too late. Two of the Pittee sisters, Eliza and Mary, drowned. Their ages were thought to be around 13 and 15. Some accounts say a young African-American girl, a friend, also perished. The community was heartbroken by the loss. This devastating accident became etched into the lighthouse's history. It's a story told to almost every visitor. The innocence lost that day is palpable. Many believe the spirits of these children never left. They say the girls are forever tied to the place. Their playful energy turned into ghostly echoes. The lighthouse, meant to save lives, became a site of sorrow. This event is central to its haunted reputation. The Pittee sisters are its most well-known ghosts, and their story is a poignant reminder of the past. Visitors and staff often report strange things they just can't quite explain. The most common are sounds linked to children. Every now and then the distinct sound of laughter echoes through the halls, even when no children are physically present. Footsteps, light and quick, are heard on the stairs, as if small feet are running up and down. These sounds are often reported in the tower itself, or in the keeper's house nearby. It really makes people wonder about the Pittee girls. Objects also seem to move on their own. Display cases have reportedly been disturbed, with items inside found rearranged or even toppled. Ropes that are securely tied are sometimes found swinging, and doors are said to open and close by themselves, even when there's no wind or draft. These occurrences are unsettling, to say the least. Staff members have many such stories, and over time they've learned to live with the unexplained. It's just part of working at the Lighthouse. Many who work at the Lighthouse have personal experiences. Some say they feel like they are being watched, an unseen presence making them uneasy. Cold spots appear suddenly in certain areas, and even on warm Florida days, a chill hangs in the air. The distinct smell of cigar smoke is also reported, usually in the keeper's house. This is puzzling, since smoking isn't allowed. Could it be a former keeper making his presence known? These sensations really add to the eerie atmosphere. Ghost tours are popular here for a reason. People come hoping for an encounter, and some even bring paranormal investigation equipment trying to capture evidence of the spirits. EVP, or electronic voice phenomena, recordings sometimes pick up whispers or faint giggles that sound like children. Photographs occasionally show strange anomalies, like orbs, mists, or even shadowy figures. Whether it's proof or just coincidence, it really fuels the belief. The Lighthouse seems to welcome these curious souls. While the Pittee sisters are famous, they aren't alone. Other spirits are said to haunt the grounds. One is known as the Man in Blue. He is often seen in the basement of the keeper's house, or sometimes walking the lighthouse grounds. His identity is a bit of a mystery. Some believe he was a lighthouse keeper, perhaps one who took his duties very seriously. Others suggest he might be a Civil War soldier, since Anastasia Island saw some action during the war. Then there's the woman on the stairs. She is usually seen inside the lighthouse tower, often on the spiral staircase. Witnesses describe her as looking sorrowful. Sometimes she is seen weeping quietly or gazing out of a window towards the sea, as if waiting for someone who will never return. Her story is not clearly defined. Could she be a keeper's wife, mourning a loss, or another soul with an attachment to this place? Another tale speaks of a drowned worker. This tragedy supposedly happened during the lighthouse's construction. The details are murkier than the Pittee story, but it's said a man fell from the tower and plunged to his death during the building process. This was a dangerous job in the 1870s, and safety standards were not what they are today. Some believe his spirit remains, perhaps confused or maybe resentful of his untimely end. His presence is felt as a heavy, somber energy. These various entities contribute to the lighthouse's reputation. It's not just one ghost story, but several. Each adds another layer to the mystery, and the combined tales create a rich tapestry of the paranormal. From playful children to mournful women and stern men still watching over the place, the St. Augustine Lighthouse seems to be a haven for spirits, each with their own reason for lingering. Their stories continue to be told, keeping the legend of Florida's haunted beacon alive. Why do so many believe the lighthouse is haunted? For some, the personal experiences are undeniable. The unexplained sounds, sights, and feelings. They argue that these are just too consistent, with too many different people reporting similar things. The tragic history provides a compelling backdrop. Stories of sudden death, especially of children, are powerful, and they resonate deeply with our emotions. The idea of spirits tied to such places is ancient. It offers a way to understand the unexplainable. Skeptics, of course, offer other explanations. Old buildings like the lighthouse make strange noises. Wood creaks, wind howls through the tower. These sounds can be easily misinterpreted, especially in a dark, historic setting. The power of suggestion is also strong. If you go expecting to find ghosts, you just might. Our minds can play tricks on us, and shadows and light can create illusions. There are often logical reasons for perceived phenomena. Regardless of belief, the lighthouse is vital. It's a significant historical landmark, a testament to maritime history and engineering. The St. Augustine Lighthouse and Maritime Museum preserves this legacy. They work hard to maintain the structures and to educate the public about its past. The stories, including the ghostly ones, are part of its fabric. They draw visitors from all over the world, bringing attention and resources to this historic site. History and legend walk hand in hand here. Today, the lighthouse continues its watch. It no longer guides ships with an oil lamp. Modern technology has taken over that role, but it still stands as a symbol of St. Augustine's rich past and a beacon for those fascinated by mystery. Ghost tours are a regular feature, allowing visitors to explore the spooky side. The St. Augustine Lighthouse remains a place of history and a place where legends never fade.